many of you have been to a refresh before? Alright. How many of you are new? That's awesome. So almost a third of you guys are new. That's awesome. So if you guys aren't familiar with what refresh is, we're the largest tech community in the Southeast. We've got about 8,500 members. We do monthly meetups. It's been like this for about 8 years. We host them every month. We try to do different things such as demo days, panelists, conferences, whatever it is that you guys need. We try to fulfill by getting speakers. So, alright, so that's the team. Alright, so obviously we saw Brian. Brian's the founder, started this over 8 years ago. Came about 6 years ago, and then my brother has been helping for the last 4 or 5 years. But we do have a new member in our team that's been sort of like born to do these kind of things. Our new executive director, Vincent, his son. So he'll be making sure we stay on track and sort of stay in the mission of hopefully our organization. So some housekeeping before we get started. We're officially now a 501c3. We're a nonprofit. So started real hard on how we can do that. I think for you guys, we're still talking to our accountants, but it looks like we'll be able to give you guys a list of all the events that you attended, everything you donated to us, and so on, and give you a tax deduction for next year's taxes. And it actually retrogrades up to a year past. So for those of you who've been coming for a while, that's a decent chunk of change that you got from your taxes this year. Up next are some of our sponsors. Of course, the Knight Foundation, we wouldn't be able to do events this large, host such awesome people without the help of the Knight Foundation. Miami-Dade College, we have a representative here from Miami-Dade. We keep them on up. Miami-Dade has been a huge supporter of Refresh, and we're trying to renew that, but the space and just other resources that they've been able to give us.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Brian, and Vincenzo, and Joshua. So recently, Miami-Dade College took upon an initiative to make itself more entrepreneurial and feed into all the exciting things that are going on here in Miami inside of the ecosystem. And that initiative is called the Idea Center. It's a 12,000 square foot space that will serve as a hub for entrepreneurship, innovation, and creativity for our students. So for those of you who don't know, Miami-Dade College serves about 165,000 students through all of its 300 plus programs. And we're going to have a lot of different programs now that serve the entrepreneurial student. One of which is going to be the Create, Incubator, and Accelerator for students that want to take their ideas and ventures to the next level. A speaker series called Pioneers at MDC. Our first one will be September 17th, featuring Juan Diego Calle at DOTCO, where he'll tell a story of taking DOTCO to $109 million exit. And new courses. One of them, some of you have seen flyers for, we're continuing it, called the Lean Launchpad. 10-week, very intensive course that takes you through the gauntlet of customer development. So if you've got an idea or you're working with a team and you want to be put through a real rigorous process, please consider the course. All Refresh Miami members, so all of you will be eligible for a discount. So keep your eye out for our programs here at Miami-Dade College, and thanks for coming out to Refresh.
Funk Media, there's these signs. Funk Media has helped us tremendously over the years in social media marketing, PR. So they are the startup company for, rather, they are the company that all our local startups have to use because they're that awesome. So look them up if you get a chance. Yeah. And of course, GMP, they do a lot of our legal work pro bono, so we appreciate their help. No one's here to represent them, but we love them. Okay, so now the actual sponsors for the event so that we can go to the prizes and we'll get started. So Gunster, we have Kevin here. Kevin. Kevin, come on up if you'd like to say a couple words on Gunster. Kevin from Gunster donated $5,000 in-kind legal services to these winners.
Thank you, Peter. I didn't even really think I was going to come up. I just want to say, wow, what a great turnout. This is awesome. Looking forward to hearing great demos today, and happy to help. Really, that's all. How about a round of applause for Peter and Brian for putting this on?
I'm sure these startups definitely are going to appreciate it. Yeah. And we've got Andre from Socially Buzz, who's donating 3 months of social media consulting and management to the Win Company.
How you guys doing today? Just to keep it brief, Socially Buzz, we pretty much exist to help businesses grow using social media. We've been around for about 5 years, and we just have our new software that we just released. So whenever you guys get a chance, you can visit us, sociallybuzz.com. Once again, Brian, Peter, I appreciate you guys having us here.
We appreciate it. We actually have to update this number. 50% of our ticket sales, I think it's going to be closer to about $1,000 in cash that will be donated to the winners. And 100% of the donations you guys gave, which I think we're at about $350, go to the winners as well. So the price was about $1,500, something like that. And Zeal. So Zeal, they were getting massages out over here. They donated $500 in credits to be split amongst the winners. So those high stress startups, you know, you can go ahead and order at Zeal to come by and get a massage. And finally, Server Pronto. They've donated a 1-year contract for a cloud account. The details are on the website. It's a $360 in-kind service to the winner. Thank you to Server Pronto. This is a conference that comes every once a year. If you're not familiar with what Lean Startup is, it's a methodology by which you can start a business and follow certain practices to minimize your risk in starting these businesses, because that's the best way to describe it. Oh, and of course, we've got these awesome custom trophies right here. Yeah, so, I'm sorry, the estimated value on those somewhere is about $5 million. I don't know. They're awesome though, and no one else has them, so good luck. And I'll let you go to the finish.
Thank you, Peter. Let's give Peter a round of applause. If it wasn't for Peter's consummate professionalism, I would have showed up here like 15 minutes before the event started and probably ate pizza. You guys would all be starving. There'd be no slides or any of that stuff. So Peter's like the person that keeps the engine running at Refresh. So once again, let's thank Peter and Josh and everybody else who's volunteered over the years. Our judges who were happy enough, or nice enough to volunteer their time to help us out with this and make this a fair competition. And it's not just us picking whoever we like, so there is some science to this. So, let's see if there's slides. So, you guys want to stand up? And, whose company recently had an exit. Read all about it in the news all over the place recently because of his fight with the Miami Parking Authority. He's fighting for startup rights. We got Stoney Baptiste from Urban.us, and he's a serial entrepreneur and VC. You can see you can find Stoney at lab most days, or wandering around town talking to all the different startups he's involved with. Sean Smith, who's an investor in a bunch of local startups and doing a lot of exciting stuff. Sean, you want to stand up and wave now? All right. and Ivan Rodman Smith, who is a long-time member of the community and advisor to a number of startups, was recently with Venture Hive and is the founder of Accelerator out of Belgium. And he is Jean-Claude Van Damme's third cousin and heir apparent to his Taekwondo skills. Look, Google his video. Ivan Rodman Smith Judo. So, without further ado, So, yeah. So, tonight we've got a great show. We've got 10 great startups that are going to be presenting. We've got Volunteros, which enables underbanked and unbanked customers to cash checks and do all sorts of financial activity. But I think each one of the startups will introduce themselves better than I can do on the slides. So, after that, we have a Credify. Then we have Fine. We have Fish Indie. Lyft, we have Heartbeat, and following Heartbeat, we have Wave Interaction. So feel free to clap and cheer on your friends if this is your friend's startups, right? So this makes it a bit more fun and more raucous and all that stuff. And tweet and all that stuff about all your friends' startups and whichever one you want. And at the end of the night, we'll figure out something that's tallying up most of these. That doesn't actually count towards prize stuff. It's just for people's ego. So you can get your favorite startup training in Miami or something like that. So hello show. Yeah. And then we have Can You Start? Followed by Positive Karma. And that's so. Without further ado.
Hello. How are you tonight? Okay, so I have 4 minutes, so I won't be very long. I'm Etienne. I'm a co-founder of Walleteros. Walleteros is much better than a check cashing store. Es mucho mejor que una tienda de cheques. In the US, 60 million of consumers are unbanked or underbanked. 25 million of them are Hispanics, and they spend an average of $400 per year in a check cashing store. This means that Walleteros is addressing a $10 billion market opportunity. Let me introduce you to Luis. He's from Honduras. He moved to Miami 5 years ago. He's a hard worker. He has no bank account. He does have a smartphone, like 60% of the Hispanics in the US, and he has a Latin mindset. This is very important, and you will understand why. Every 2 weeks, he has to go to a check cashing store. There, he can cash his payroll check, pay his utility bills, and send money abroad. But it's quite a pain to him. He has to go over there. He has to line in a queue for hours. It's time consuming. He has to go there and pay high fees. You imagine to spend 5% of your income just for managing your money. And last but not least, it's quite unsafe. He has no place to keep his money safe. He has to go always everywhere with all his money in cash. We have designed at Walleteros a solution that is designed for Luis. It's more convenient, safer, and cheaper than a check cashing store. But here we miss something. Luis has a Latin mindset, and relationship and trust are everything to him. And he's not going to move from the relationship he has with the check cashing store just because he sees an ad on the TV. So we have found a place where Luis has already that relationship and trust established. Independent cell phone dealers. And they are ready to enroll their own customers on a commission basis. And they are going to invite them to become Walleteros. And the good thing is that there are 80,000 independent cell phone dealers in the US. Our solution is more convenient because you don't have to go anymore to the check cashing store. You take a picture of your check, and after a few minutes, you have the money into your Walleteros account. It's also more convenient because you can send money very easily from your smartphone. It's safer than the check cashing store because it's linked to a prepaid card. So you don't have to carry cash anymore. You can buy online, you can go cash in any store, in any ATM, or you can buy in any store. And it's cheaper because our fees are lower than the check cashing store. And you pay only if you use it, you don't pay a signing fee or maintenance fee. If we look at our competitors, you can see that there are plenty of players on the banks, for the bank consumers. But for the unbanked consumers, there are very few. And they are mainly check cashing stores. And we are going to challenge them, and we are going to replace them. And we are going to be the PayPal of the unbanked population in the US. Why am I so sure that we are going to achieve that? Because we have a team that have an expertise, unique expertise, building a very similar solution in South America with great success. And we are ready to repeat that success here in the US thanks to 3 strategic partners. Cachet for the mobile check infrastructure, FIS for the risk management and the check settlement, and First View for the card management system. Earlier this year, we launched our beta version. We are now developing our commercial version. We are going to launch in October and then start raising more money. What it is a 10 billion market opportunity, a unique team with a unique expertise. We have done this before, we can do it again, and we are going to help millions of consumers to better manage their money. Thank you very much. Soy Tejila, cofundador de Webco. Muchas gracias.
We have no questions.
So what did you accomplish and learn from the pilot? What did you accomplish and what did you learn from the
We
pilot?
validated the business model basically with the stores. We wanted to be sure that they were willing to play with us in the game of enrolling their own customers. So we went to see them. I went in Miami in plenty of stores, dollar stores, pharmacies, gas station, plenty of places. And in one place they said, look, I want this because my customers want this. And I want it in similar places. I want this because my customers want this. It was the same, and because they understand perfectly that they can get into check machines for business without having to invest, without having to deal with fraud, with cash, with security problems, with regulation, because we have that. We give them that opportunity to get into a huge market.
Can you just walk through a specific sort of scenario where somebody's onboarded and uses this service, and then also can you talk about what the fees are and who gets what money?
I mean, when you get into a store, you can either get a prepaid card while it's in a store or in a self-registration process. If you go in the store, the store employee or owner will ask you, do you use the check machine services? Yes, but you don't need that anymore. I'm going to take a picture of you, I'm going to take a picture of your ID, you accept plenty of IDs, and then you are going to do another app, you're going to put your login password, and you can right away start using the card. And you receive in the store your prepaid card, and when you get out of the store, your prepaid card is activated. So you can start taking a picture of a check, and the good thing is you don't trust us. You like to pay anything. You just download the app, you register, you take a picture of the check, and if it doesn't work, you go to any machine store. So no risk. It's not because after 5 minutes you have money. You can go anywhere, ATM, you put the cash, you can go to any store, you buy a brand, there's a thing that's quite and then you
So next up is prototype, but before that, so we're going to try and keep everybody to a strict time limit. So when you see Ivan, who's the controller of the clock today, when you see him give a signal to the speaker, we're going to do a slow clap, just so that you'll know that's it, that's time to stop. So let's practice slow clap, guys. All right, slow clapping off. There we go. Awesome. All right, so without further ado, Rui, come on up.
Hello, my name is Rui. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Craftline. Since I was 14, I've been working on startups, and now that I'm 20 years old, I finally feel ready and compelled to not make an impact in the world. So that's what my team and I are doing with Craftline. Some quick background is the Jobs Act, which passed in 2012, essentially legalizes equity crowdfunding. Basically, that means anybody can go invest in startups, and there used to be a ban on whether or not you could talk about your business for raising money for it. And worse, you have to go and raise that money from a small, unique, individual group of people known as accredited investors. The problem now with the current laws is that there are very stringent verification requirements where investors actually have to supply tax information, bank statements, credit reports, information you don't want to give up, or go and pay your attorney to go get verified for you. Our solution is instant and simple thanks to our technology. It's only $49 a year, which makes it affordable for anybody. And finally, it makes crowdfunding easy for anyone to get started. We have a short video here. Hopefully the sound works. Great. Please meet Fred.
Meet Fred. Fred's an angel investor. He provides money to entrepreneurs to help grow their companies. Fred is able to do this because he's what's called an accredited investor, which means he either makes at least $200,000 per year or has net assets of at least $1 million. However, recent changes in the law are now requiring entrepreneurs to take reasonable steps to verify if an investor is accredited. This means Fred will have to provide lots of paperwork if he wants to invest, and not just once, but for every investment he's looking at doing. Fred's not happy. Luckily, Fred signed up for Accredify. Accredify does this verification for you and gives you a certificate to share with entrepreneurs, all for only $49 per year. With Accredify, you won't have to share your financials every time you want to make an investment, and you don't have to pay a lawyer or CPA to verify you, and you only pay once per year. Now all Fred has to do is share the certificate with an entrepreneur, and the reasonable steps are taken care of, so Fred can get back to making deals and growing their businesses. And Accredify also has an API, allowing participating crowdfunding portals to verify investors instantly and securely.
So if you click on that connect button, sorry the video was a little slow, but you'll be prompted to either sign in, and if you sign in successfully, boom, verification is done. Otherwise, we make it very easy to get started. We've actually built an entire verification wizard so you can have control of the process right at your fingertips. Alternatively, you can go back to our main website where we have a variety of different options where you can verify yourself as an investor too. Once you're verified, you actually get this cool certificate that has a unique URL so you can securely share with your friends. You can even print it for offline deals or hang it up in your office if you want. You can use this certificate over 20 different platforms, and that list is growing every day. And finally, we're also making a really cool dashboard so that you can visualize all your investments, including Kickstarter and Indiegogo, all in one place to make a crowdfunding portfolio. Make no mistake, crowdfunding will replace traditional fundraising. It's the optimal way for entrepreneurs to raise money, especially now because the general public has unprecedented access to startups, real estate projects, movies, you name it. So this all leads into a stronger and healthier economy, and that's what we're trying to do. So please join me in helping all of America invest online. Thank you.
Goedenavond,
Hello, Belgium.
Question, so Angel also has a service where they offer Asian investors to report their accreditation. How do you position yourself?
So we've actually already talked to AngelList and Paul. They do have a similar service for accredited investors right now. Their service is specifically oriented towards attorney third-party letters. So we actually were hooked up to the IRS and we do asset verification and get credit reports. So you can actually verify yourself that way, so ours is a more cost-effective solution in the end. And they also don't do something we couldn't really talk about, is Title III, which allows the rest of us to invest in startups as well. They have no intention of doing any sort of verification for that, which is also a big deal in the future.
And the second question, according to your market research, how many people in the US qualify?
So there's actually 8 million Americans that qualify. Actually, the top 8% of Americans more or less qualify as accredited investors. Unfortunately, only 260,000 of those people actually actively invest in private equity. So we see this new law changing as a huge opportunity for Americans to start getting closer connected to their economy, and it's fun too to make investments online. So.
And last question, apart from the yearly subscription fee, do you have any other revenue streams you're projecting on top of that?
No, just the $49 a year. We have actually new assets, which a majority of people do. That needs to be updated every 90 days. So that's why we made a yearly plan so that it's easy to maintain that. And that's actually our main focus. And hopefully we build this dashboard, which can grow to be a lot more and create an ecosystem.
Thank you.
Two things. How does the startup founder, why would they believe in your certificate?
So it's actually signed by an attorney and completely legal compliant. So actually the majority of our clients who use the API are platforms, crowdfunding platforms that need to do this in bulk. So they use our technology because it's the fastest on the market, and then it's actually completely legally compliant. We're all signed by an attorney. We're essentially your online attorney to make that happen.
How reliant are you on, you're completely reliant on the way that the Jobs Act finally does shape out? So at this stage where the Jobs Act is, are you guys able to provide your service?
Oh yeah, we're already out there. We have investors using our service, using it. It's a great way to grow because they show their certificates and platforms are like, what is this? And they talk to us and we get something together set up on the API.
Any sort of growth numbers you can share?
No, we just finished the new version of the API that allows to streamline the process, so we hope to see a lot of growth in that before we start to release things.
Just one more question. What kind of PI information are you capturing? Are you running a full credit report on something?
So we do a soft full credit report with one of the TransUnion so that your credit is not affected whatsoever, but we are still able to make an accurate determination of your liabilities, and we require you to upload your assets for review. Thank you.
Up next we have the Fidelity Network. Come on up, guys.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to get to know my audience a little bit, so let me start with a question. Do we have any coffee lovers in the audience? The whole idea for my startup came from my addiction to coffee. Lately, I'm addicted to coffee over Midtown. The coffee is so good. And you can almost taste like the story behind the machine. And they go out of their way to deliver a high quality product to their customers. Because of that, not only am I loyal to vendor, I advocate for them. So I want each of you to think of a place you're loyal to. And ask yourselves, what is loyalty? Because when we looked at how companies define loyalty, we got confused. Companies call loyalty having you gather an absurd amount of miles in exchange for a short flight. Or, which you might use in marketing, they have you gather imaginary points in exchange for a token gift, like a horrible t-shirt that probably never worked. Finally, the most popular reward program out there, you probably have one in your pocket right now. They make you purchase 10 times at the same place where you can get one reward. So let me ask you, can you imagine going on a date with a girl that got 10 times before you got your first kiss? And then, after you get that first kiss, you have to go on 10 more dates to get a second? It makes no sense to us. We want you to get a kiss every time you walk into the shop. And if you're really loyal, you want to get a date. So, we replace the word loyalty with the word fidelity. Fidelity is stronger than loyalty. It means faithfulness to a person caused to believe, demonstrated by continuing loyalty and support. The way it works is pretty simple. When you open our application, you can see a list of stores. These are our member stores. If you tap into one of the stores, as soon as Sale is actually our first customer, you're going to see your fine score displayed. All you have to do is show the cashier that fine score, that discount, then you pay the discounted price, and all you have to do afterwards is scan a QR code to have your discount immediately increase towards your next purchase. It's pretty simple. The more you purchase at the places you know and love, the higher your discount will get. They catch this. If you stop going, your discount will decrease. We want you, each and every one of you, to be proud of the fine store. Because it needs more than just a coupon or a mere discount by itself. It needs you loyal to the place. It needs you faithful to the place. So we created a feature where you can compare your friends to see how much you're saving. There are 3 ways to differ from all other reward programs out there. Number 1, we're free. We're free so that you can compete against the big guys out there. Number 2, we're uniform and simple. So even your grandma knows how to use us. And finally, we want to be the one-stop reward program so that you don't have to download hundreds of apps to get essentially the same thing. An honest reward for your fidelity. Like I've said before, the app is not only free for you to download right now on your phones, it's also free for the businesses to join. Ever since we started, it only started 2 months ago. We went out there, we got out of the building, we've had 258 downloads. Out of that number, 113 users, 114 actually, counted today, have used the application at least once, which means they downloaded, registered, and used the application by scanning. 64 users have used the application 3 times. And so, what we want to encourage you to say as a loyal customer is to be able to walk into your favorite store and say, hey, I'm faithful to your shop, and I like to be working my work. You do fine.
So how do you make money?
Great question. We're waiting for you guys to ask. We operate in the same way as Evernote or LinkedIn. We're a premium platform. So if you guys want to have added features or customize how you market your product as a business, that's when you pay. And we have monthly fees for that. The marketplace. The customer never pays.
Representation. As you said, it's a very competitive market, the whole loyalty program. So, what's your strategy apart from the pricing to acquire both merchants and users?
What we're seeing right now, and actually yesterday, I personally called Belly. Some of you might know the Belly card, they have it in some places. They cost $129 a month, and you have to have a 12-month contract with them for you to start. And you also need to pay for the iPad, which if you lose, you pay $500. And it takes time to customize. We don't want that. We don't want to be like MySpace, where people get confused to each new reward program you go to. We want to be simple and uniform, so that everyone knows, no matter what store they go to, they know how to use it. And that's how we differentiate. There are no other reward programs out there that give you a direct and continuous reward program. And we do that.
In your, what you've done so far, what conversion have you seen from free to pay?
As I said, as of now, we've been operating for 2 months. We literally got our first customer and started testing. And we're seeing that our customers get hooked. Like we had a guy, we could be showing the slide, he came 51 times in 2 months. And we've had over 1,100 transactions in 2 months, one store. So we're seeing people get hooked for our program, even though we're only testing and only beta. And we plan to start actually charging premium services next month. That's when we're going to have the new designs.
So next up, we've got Fish Indie.
Hello. Hey, hi everybody. My name is Hugo and I'm here with my partner Ronnie. We're here to introduce you to Fish Indie. So over the last couple of years, e-commerce marketplaces like Big Hotel, Etsy, Shopify have grown significantly. In the last month alone, there were 2.2 million products added to Etsy, on just Etsy. And last year, Etsy did over $1 billion worth of sales. So what's the problem? If you're an individual shop owner on Etsy, you're getting lost around the shuffle, thanks to the growth of these marketplaces. You're having to compete with everybody within the marketplace. So in order to be successful, you have to go out there and do online marketing outside of Etsy. As an independent user, anybody who's done online marketing can tell you, online marketing can be extremely complicated. You have to know about CPM, pay-per-click, conversion rate, impressions. It can be extremely confusing for the small business owner who doesn't necessarily have a lot of resources and a lot of time. And that's where Fishini comes in. Fishini is online marketing made easy. In just one click, your banner is generated and displayed in a network of relevant and popular blogs that love and shop independent. The ideal consumer for the shoppers. Let me give you a quick demo of what Fishini is like. Alright, so let's say I am Scott and Catalog and I have an Etsy shop and I want to market a new purse I just created. So all I have to do to market on Fishini is I copy the link to my Etsy product, I paste it on the Fishini website, and I select the appropriate category. And I hit go. In this case I'm selecting fashion accessories because I'm selling a purse. I hit go, and just like that, your banner is automatically generated from your Etsy listing with the right tagline, the price, and the category. There's no work involved on your end. You don't have to go into Photoshop, you don't have to create a perfect tagline, you don't have to think about any of that. We do the work for you. You hit get me started, you put your billing information, and just like that, your banner is live instantly in a network of blogs that love and shop independent. No need to negotiate with them, no need to come up with a perfect demographic, no need to target anybody. We do all the work for you. Let me show you an example of what a banner looks like in one of the websites. So it's right above this fold. It's premium placement. If you had to do it yourself, you have to pay hundreds of dollars. With Fishini, the price is a lot cheaper. Every time somebody goes to the website, different banner rotates. And if I wanted to purchase that product, all I have to do is click on it, and I get taken to the Etsy listing, ready to shop. So every user of the Fishini network gets a dashboard where they're able to maintain their impressions, look at the stats, edit the product, and it's all done again, extremely simple, one click. As you can see, Fishini is faster. There's absolutely no learning curve. We're better. There's no maintenance. You don't have to really do anything. It is affordable. There's no contract involved. It's a low monthly fee. Right now, Fishini is in invite-only mode on the Etsy network. And live, we're live on the Etsy network, and in the coming months we're hoping we can launch it to the other big marketplaces. And that's Fishini in a nutshell.
Hello. So whose ad network are you using to set up those ads?
We set up our own ad network.
So how do you guys look at on the website?
Right now, basically, we build these partnerships ourselves. We do all the hard work, we vet the blog, contact the blog, we negotiate the prices, they get the premium response.
Okay.
And then we give them one line of code, they drop it on their site, and it does all the work for them. We rotate the ads, it tracks the impressions. We're not using a third-party ad network, it's something that we developed ourselves.
How many blogs do you have currently?
Right now, we have 16 publishers across 3 categories. These publishers are very popular. They get hundreds of impressions, thousands of impressions. So yeah, we have 16 publishers across 3 categories. Art, home and design, fashion, accessories, and kids and beauty.
Okay. What's your background? Do you have a network background?
Well, we're both from the local community. I'm a designer and Hugo is a developer. We've been working together for about 15 years. Our full-time is we're a design studio, development studio. We do branding and websites. We started Fishini about a year and a half ago. We shut down client work for 3 months so we could develop it. And we've been live, well, in invite-only mode for about a little under a year. Currently, we have about 150 paid subscribers.
Just to kind of get on your question, Ronnie is actually, he teaches in Miami School, so he's doing it for quite a bit. And I graduated from FAU with journalism and advertising degree, and I've been doing online marketing forever for the Miami Design District. So that's kind of my background. And he's been a creative director at agencies for a while.
And in terms of traction, so how many banners clicked so far, revenue?
We have over 130 paid subscribers. We haven't done any marketing, like we're leading.
How many impressions we've delivered?
Yeah.
I think about like 18 million impressions.
Yeah, so far about 18 million.
Any other questions? Thank you guys for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Good Sandy. Up next, we've got Flip. Come on up.
Hi, thanks for having me here. My name is Peter Pizarro. I'm the CEO of Flip. So we built Flip because we know that 36% of the average information worker's time is wasted every day. With productivity tools increasingly moving to the cloud, we have to juggle 6 or 7 different apps just to get our basic work done. From calendar to email to task management to file sharing to social layer. We pay for these services independently, and it adds up. Sometimes companies are paying $50 per employee per month, if not more. And this is all for a bunch of services that don't work together and only connect via email. So what exactly is wrong with email? Well, an MIT study showed that 50% of the difference between the low-performing teams and high-performing teams is the quality of communication. And of all the options out there, email came in dead last. Now, if you've ever participated in a CC chain with 6 or 8 different people on the list, reply all, nightmare, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, Flip solves all this. Flip is modern business messaging with built-in productivity tools. That's a mouthful. What does it mean? We're all familiar with modern messaging in our personal lives. These are things like Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, Snapchat. Well, Flip is just like that, but it's built for business. So it starts with real-time messaging from your mobile device to your tablet to your desktop. But instead of sending filtered selfies or a self-destructing image, we've built in the business tool that everybody needs. So shared calendars, distributed task and project management, file sharing, video conferencing, all built right into the screen. As easily as you can send a text, you can assign a task. Flip works because you'll make decisions faster with real-time communication, you'll find things more easily with universal search, and you'll get your work done more quickly by working right in the screen instead of having to jump from app to app to app. Let's see it in action. It's a 90-second video in which a creative team is going to create a display ad for a customer. Hopefully this works. Okay, Sarah starts by asking for an update on where they are with creating the ad. And Jeff says there's this image he wants to work with. But Sarah's got a different idea. So she can easily drag and drop a new image right into the screen. When you click on it, it scans to full size. And by clicking within the image, you can leave a comment anywhere in the image you want. So she suggests some copy to use in the advertisement. And since there's agreement that that's going to work for them, you can go back to the screen to create a task. Just a couple of clicks of the mouse to assign something to Jeff, make it due today, so Jeff can get to work. But before he does, he's got a question. He wants to see the brand guidelines. So of course, it's super easy to share documents right from the system. And now after a little time passes, Sarah wants an update. How are we doing on this task? Jeff says, well, this is what I've done so far. You click to review. And if everything looks good, everybody agrees that this is what we want to move forward with. Jeff can mark that task complete. And now after reviewing all the work product, it's time to share something with the client. We're going to talk about what time works for everybody. Is 2 o'clock the right time? How about 3:30? And So again, just a couple of clicks to the mouse to create a new event. Set the date and the time, and when 3:30 rolls along, everybody's computer rings, and the video conference can start with the client. And somehow that froze, but it's okay, we'll move to the next slide. That's an example of Flip in action. Now, how does it work in the real world? Well, as you can see, Flip users are adopting the platform very quickly. We're growing at about 40% per month since we launched at the start of the year, with thousands of companies now on the platform. We offer a freemium model, charging $5 per user per month. So big market, $6 billion by 2016, and our team has, before I took over, about $2 billion. If you'd like to learn more about Flip, we're raising money, and we'd love to talk to you about using it or investing with us. We're in the back corner over there. We'd love to give you a live demo. Thank you very much.
Stuff. So, who would you say your closest competitor is, and how are you gonna kick their ass?
I like the second part of that question. So it's a $6 billion market, and everybody knows. Everybody in this room, raise your hand if you love email and it's the best thing in the world. No, a couple of hands. That's it. Everybody knows this is a problem, right? So there's no shortage of competitors when there's no solution. It's a $6 billion opportunity. There are a new generation of modern messaging solutions, including us, but we're the only ones with built-in productivity tools. So the competitors that we're most commonly compared to are Paul, HipChat, Slack, and a company called Asana, which does more task-based messaging than messaging. But you can think of us as merging project management and modern messaging, and we're the only company that's doing that today.
What strategies are you using for adoption for
So one of the things that we do is we charge $5 per seat per month for employees within a company, but you can use Glip for free with partners, vendors, and clients. And so you can feel free to add people from other organizations and you don't have to pay for that. And that's how the viral component is amplified. So we're starting from organization to organization. We also have traditional marketing in place, SEO, SEM, and email campaigns.
Can you talk about the security of the documents and tasks and how that works?
Absolutely. So we use world-class security in terms of cloud-based solutions. We're state-of-the-art. Every communication is encrypted and it's stored on Amazon's cloud platform.
So in terms of platforms, so it's web, and also already on iOS?
Yeah, so iOS, Android, tablet, and desktop.
And the users today, what's the proportion now? What are they using most?
Well, about half of our customers are in some sort of creative capacity, so whether it's a digital marketer, creative agency, or a web development shop. And what they're using most is the communication aspect and project management.
And actually my question was, looking at the format, so are they using the web interface modes? Are they on mobile modes?
Our active customers across the board. So a typical user will use all three platforms. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Glip. So next up, Marquis.
Hi, I'm Alex, one of the founders of Marquis. And at Marquis, we build a content platform for editorial search that makes it fast and easy to create beautiful, engaging narratives for audiences on the web. If you've ever updated a website, it's probably looked a lot like this. You fill out a bunch of forms and it does the trick, but it's not really a lot of computers. And what you've probably never done is think about this as telling a story. Because this doesn't feel like storytelling. This feels like work. And storytelling Science Center at Columbia held a day-long conference on long-form journalism. Long-form has gone digital and is long-form is not digital and is thriving with the consensus. Audiences love this kind of content because it's easy to share with their friends, it's in-depth, and it's powerful. But even more than audiences, advertisers absolutely go for this story. Digital content marketing and native advertising are the fastest growing segments of digital advertising. They provide the ability to establish a brand, not just a dish product. That's why you see companies like Condé Nast, Fox Media, and the New York Times building brand new solutions to deliver this type of content. At Marquee, being able to tell stories effectively has been our mission from absolutely day one. So when you tell a story at Marquee, you're not filling out forms. You're constructing a story made out of images, text, video, embedded assets, and interactive elements. Creating responsive layouts is just as easy as dragging and dropping onto your screen. We have a couple clients, and they absolutely love using us. Narratively was named one of Time Magazine's top 50 sites in 2013. The Verge turned to us to help lift their first ever responsive article. The Wilson Quarterly, a 60-year-old print publication, just launched this year as a digital-only publication on Marquee. And the University of Miami uses Marquee to help working athletes connect with their fans. Our clients absolutely love using us. And over the past 2 years, we've worked with dozens of brands to help build publishing platforms that fit their workflow, team, and mission. And they love us not just because we're an editorial tool, but because we're a full content platform that gives their designers and developers unparalleled flexibility. We provide open source software and open API that allows them to create absolutely stunning work. And we've been self-sufficient from the moment we started. Marquee is, we make our money by providing custom applications on top of our platform and licensing our technology to our customers. We operate at a premium price point. Our customers are more than happy to pay it because they understand the huge competitive advantage of the product. Our team has been working together for 6 years. We founded a design and development studio right here in Miami, where we saw firsthand the problems our clients were having with building on outdated platforms. And the strength of our vision, we were accepted to Techstars in New York in 2012, where we learned from the biggest names in the publishing industry. Today, we're really happy to be back in Miami and growing Marquee alongside all these great companies. Thank you, everyone. What are your growth plans? We've put on, we have 18 paying clients on both the licensing and custom development side that fully sustain our team.
So what are your long-term goals as far as?
Oh, I think it's really good. Our long-term goals are to get more into the ad agency side, providing development services for agencies. We currently are partnering with content marketing departments inside the larger enterprises.
So do you see yourself more as a service or platform?
We definitely see ourselves more as a platform. We provide services right now because for that platform, but we've been building out third-party development tools and are starting to work on third-party development.
How much do you spend currently on the platform versus customer?
How much do we spend?
Yeah.
Most of our time is, the way we run process is, as we brought in new clients, those clients establish our product roadmap. So as we build out the publishing solution for that specific client, we roll that into what we built into the core platform. There's a very clear line of vision of what our customers own and what we do.
I'm sure your customers, they experimented with different platforms, going from WordPress to the theme and Squarespace or others. What's the when you sell to them, what's the one thing that they say like, wow, this is amazing, we have to have this. Why are you packaging that?
We make their editorial workflow much faster. They don't need to be relying on a designer or developer to impact the stories. Where we can give them the ability to create these high-touch editorial features very, very quickly. If they have a design and development team, our open source tools and SDK allow them to completely blow these out like you can see a lot of times.
bootstrapping? Are you raising money? Are you doing Techstars? What's the plan? Do you want to go bootstrap as long as you can? Are you raising?
We raised funds. We raised the initial amount from Techstars when we got in, and then after demo day, we actually decided to bootstrap until we got the product to a point where we felt it was time to grow. Now our constraints are very much resource limited. We need to hire more developers, take on the product pipeline, and so we're looking really good.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So next up, we're changing the order around a little bit. So we got Hello Shows up next. Come on up, guys.
Hi, my name is Elliot Kulik, and I've been a top producing real estate agent in South Florida for 25 years. And if any of you ask me what is the biggest problem that I have as a real estate agent, it's trying to communicate and schedule with my fellow realtors. So let me give you an example, and this is the reason why we started Hello Show, which is an intelligent scheduling and messaging application for real estate agents. We'll give you an example of what a day in the life is like.
This is Elliot, a hard-working buyer's agent, getting a casual drink at his local bar.
Hello? Hi, is this Elliot, the agent?
Elliot was very busy. An affluent client called wanting to see 5 homes tomorrow. The client said he was motivated and ready to buy with cash. Elliot needed a computer to find the properties to show. Elliot attempted to schedule with the listing agents.
Who is this? Who's this?
You want to show what?
What company did you say you're with?
Can I have your license number?
I'm very busy right now.
You caught me in the middle of something, I'm a little jammed up right now.
Why don't we just use Hello Show?
Why don't you just use Hello Show?
Can we use Hello Show instead?
After being ignored and shut down, Elliot left the bar frustrated. Now, Elliot uses Hello Show, an automated appointment scheduling tool and messaging platform for real estate agents and their clients. With just a few clicks, Elliot found the perfect properties, built the schedule and route, and Hello Show sent showing requests to all of the agents. Listing agents receive a request to schedule and can easily approve the showing. Hello Show notifies Elliot as each appointment is booked, and man is he happy.
Thanks for showing me these homes last minute.
It's not a problem, it was easy.
Elliot had never had a problem showing homes again.
The reason why there hasn't been any real technology designed for real estate agents, because after 2008, the real estate buzz, everything was really consumer-facing products. So you can see Yelp, Facebook, Twitter, and those type of products. But one thing I can tell you is that most of my fellow real estate agents, we want more technology. We all communicate on mobile devices. It's like our office and our car. And we are used to spending money. So, you know, when you build a house, you want to build it on a solid foundation. And so our team is a 25-year veteran. My partner's a tech whiz kid. We have an MIT ex-professor. And Niraj Singh is one of the top Ruby on Rails contributors in the world. So we're very confident that we have the right team to make this happen. So we did tons of interviews of realtors to make sure that we designed exactly, not just taking at face value what I thought we should have. So we interviewed about 100 different realtors, and what we ended up creating was Hello Show. We have a secure agent-to-agent messaging platform. We have automated showing scheduling. No more voicemails. No more having a real estate agent on the phone all the time and with them. The beauty of it is that when you use our application, the agent that is receiving the showing request does not have to have the app. You do not have to download anything. It works with any agent. And the other thing is that our routes are optimized. So when you're working with your real estate agent, it is planned for an API like MapQuest, so it's intelligently scheduled. The product has been test it, I'm actively using it along with other agents, and the beauty of it is we've had a 75% response rate from agents that have received a request and have never seen our application. And that is growing. So, there's an old adage, time is money. And creating time for realtors gives them the time to focus on working with their clients, prospecting, and by using our application, one telling statistic is the time that I would have to spend to schedule is reduced by 50%. The final piece is how we make money. We are members of realtor associations. We can use, they provide us with software. They will license our software to their members. Thank you.
So the process starts with a home buyer, searches on Zillow, Trulia. Where do you fit? How are you having integrations with those sites? And at what point?
Well, it really doesn't start in that situation. What you're asking me is that if a buyer is working with a realtor and they want to look at houses tomorrow, if you called me tomorrow and said, I want to look at some houses tomorrow in Miami Beach, what I would have to go through to make that happen right now is impossible. I would literally have to go home, get on my computer, look at houses and try to show them. So what this application does is we can search the MLS database where all the homes are located, we can get that information, and then we can intelligently create a schedule, and we can send all those showing requests to the listing agents that represent the sellers. And we can get that schedule coordinated much quicker and more efficient. There's nothing like what I just described.
Are you using any machine learning analysis to figure out the routing and what the buyer wants?
Sure, we have an API from a mapping program. Sorry.
We optimize the routes and traffic. So
the input of, if I want to see a home that has like 4 bedrooms and I want a certain area, is your route information taking that?
Yeah, we take those properties, we optimize the most efficient route, and then we build the schedule based on the travel times or times from stop. So the agents have a very realistic idea of what times they're going to arrive at each property, and the receiving party knows exactly that, the other agents can do their own time.
So if you're running behind, then that would actually send a message also when you're running behind.
So no more where you're working with your real estate agent and they're on the phone all the time, they're checking voicemail, they're calling the next agent to tell them that they're running late. All of that is gone. So now your agent is focused on you, which obviously will create much more loyalty with that customer, especially with the day of Zillow, Trulia, and all these places where you can go direct. This gives the agent a better situation with their client. They're much more efficient.
So up next, we've got Can You Start?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tawana Lucien. I am the co-founder and CEO of Can You Start? About a year ago, a friend of mine who is a general manager at a restaurant called me up, and he asked me to hire an order taker for him, just someone to schedule the deliveries, manage the phone calls that come in. And I thought, sure, I've been a recruiter for over 6 years, I can do that. Even though it wasn't specifically in the restaurant industry that I was recruiting for at the time. I spent about 3 days working on his job order that he had given me, and I must have looked through 2,500 resumes in those 3 days, and I couldn't find a single candidate to fit the position. I talked to him 4 days later, and he said, you know what, Tamara, just send me anyone. He was panicked, overworked. I was frustrated that I couldn't fill the position, so he was like, just send anyone that you can fill. What I found out about the restaurant industry is that hiring is ever increasing. Because while he told me just send him anyone because he needs the position filled, he also said, oh, P.S., I have 2 more positions that I need filled because one person just didn't show up and the other one just plain quit. This panic of, okay, just send me a warm body actually causes a 58% turnover rate in the restaurant industry. Meanwhile, their 14.6% is the hiring increase that the industry is experiencing. So even though it's tougher to find jobs in that industry, they're experiencing growth. So most restaurants end up hiring this guy, and although I'm sure he's very friendly, he's nice, he's obviously not working. So the solution we came up with is to create a hiring system that could basically do the job faster than I can as a live recruiter. This platform that we created would manually match the employer and the candidate through a series of algorithms. And for the candidate side, we pre-vet, pre-screen, and have immediately available for the employer. So job seekers don't actually see the jobs when they come onto our platform. We actually just screen them through, and then the employer gets to see the candidates. So in a nutshell, meaning we do the hiring for the employer, it's actually our algorithms, our technology that makes the match instantly. We're in a market of about 25.4 billion for the restaurant segment specifically. That doesn't include the other industries that we do plan on expanding to. We found recently that our subscription model is the easiest for employers because they, right now, as far as their hiring, they're constantly paying for ads, usually in Craigslist. So the monthly subscription to our site is the most convenient for them. We do have an API which we plan on allowing employers to embed onto their site and use, or if they're a mom and pop, use a small widget that will sell to them as well. So what makes Can You Start very different from other hiring platforms out there is that we basically are pretty much the only ones that do not have a human element per se. Most of our competitors, even though they're online, they still have the human element. So with our traction, these are our real users. You can Google them, they're live people, they're chefs, they're in the industry, and above that, those are customers that we have who have used and hired on the site. And in the last month, we have doubled our traction by over 50% with candidates. Thank you.
So, I understand this is a business with high turnover rates. How do you keep information fresh? If I apply as a chef and I say I'm available and tomorrow I'm not available anymore, how do you make sure the system knows that the availability criteria has changed since yesterday or 2 days before?
So right now what we do for job seekers is they do have an availability button on their profile, which they can change at any moment. So if you go from unavailable to available, it will change. We try to encourage that interaction by sending them emails to update their availability.
How's your traction so far on venues or on businesses?
We do have customers that are on our site, and they range from locally here in Miami, San Antonio, Texas, Chicago, New York are our biggest markets so far. And we've attained those customers without a marketing budget.
So how many customers are, how many people are you speaking to job on the platform? What's the pool for the restaurants?
For the restaurant or seeking a job or candidates? Okay. For the candidates, it's 500. For employers, it's 75.
So up next we've got Closet Karma.
Hey guys, how are you? My name is Paula Celestino, and I have a question for you guys. Raise your hand. How many of you in the room believe in karma? Awesome. Well, all of you guys, I will be getting you drinks later, and those of you that didn't raise it, well, that's karma. So anyway, let me tell you about the application. Closet Karma is a fashion exchange platform that allows you to update your full closet without spending money. Alright? Well, I was this person 2 years ago. I could never find anything to wear, even though all I did was buy new clothes. And I found out that I wasn't the only one. Over 60 million women in the US alone reported to feel the same frustration in daily basis. That's a lot of frustrated women in this country. So anyway, this problem is raising based on social media self-exposure culture, right? But anyway, there's actually some science to it. Do you know that over 20% of our closet is the only thing that we wear in daily basis? The other 80 actually goes unused for the most part. And that's where Closet Karma comes in. I wanted to create a platform where you could take that 80% of the closet and exchange it for new items that you can actually wear. And it's very simple. You give, you earn, and you get. You upload the items that you don't wear anymore. If somebody, the Closet Karma actually would review the item based on the brand, based on the condition, and will decide how many points you can actually ask for that item. If somebody wants to get it, then they send you the points, you send the item, there's no money involved, there's no transaction fee. The points can be either earned by inviting friends from social media, trade clothes with other users, or upload items to your closet. But you can actually also buy the points to the Closet Karma application. And with those points, you get new clothes and you save money. We have a lot of competitors, but nothing's close to Closet Karma. Why? Well, because we have no transaction fees. You buy clothes with points, no cash, and you save money in the actually preserving the value of the items versus going to a consignment store. Our target is millennials, and we're planning to get them based going to social media, having live swap events, university events, having brand ambassadors, doing direct marketing, PR, but most importantly, going after the influencers. Actually, fashion bloggers are really excited to use Closet Karma as a marketing tool to promote themselves. We love that. Business model, we make money if clients buy points and collecting big data. We've been live since with our MVP since March 2014. Since then, we had great reviews by Miami Herald Business Plan Challenge, Fake Cocktail, Emerge Americas. We now refresh Miami, and we have right now over 1,000 users, and we've been completely self-funded, and we haven't spent 1 cent in marketing still. We're planning to roll in the new Closet Karma version based on all the feedback that we got with this first platform, and we're hoping to roll it in before the end of the year. So that's about it for Closet Karma. And about me, I've been running a marketing and development company for over 10 years with my sister. Most of you know. We run Creative. So that's about it. Thank you.
So how does the product get from one person to another person? Does it go back to you and then back out? What's the logistics of the actual piece of
We just provide a platform for the transaction to happen. Right now, on the first MVP, we didn't include shipping, but in this new version that we're rolling out, we carry shipping in order to allow users to do much more transactions. It's difficult for people to meet in person to do the transaction. But Closer Pharma offers a platform for these transactions to happen, but never is the middle person between two users.
Once you do start marketing, what effect do you think will have on your growth? Like how fast you can build growth from there? What are your initial thoughts and strategies?
Well, we basically haven't spent anything in marketing yet, based on the PR that we got, etc. We got over 1,000 users, and we love that. But we believe that as soon as we start doing, for example, social media advertising, which I tested, and I didn't mention it, but I tested with $20, and I basically got $1.50 to $1 for download, which is not bad. And those people brought around 3 people. So it was a really good turnout. We believe that as soon as we have some, I like to call it my medium desirable product out, I'll be able to start spending some cash. And hopefully by the end of the year, I will be raising money too for customer acquisition. So I think that will do really good.
So you have at least 1,000 users now, right? Okay, so how many unique transactions have been completed where one piece of clothing has moved from one consumer to another? How many unique transactions?
Yeah, we have around 300 items in the system at the moment, and we haven't had that many transactions because of the data that we received from the users that they couldn't necessarily meet with the other person. That's why we actually added shipping to the new phase. So we definitely want to make sure that in this new version, the shipping will increase the number of transactions, but by a lot. But I think that's key. And also we're updating our user interface. So I think that would actually increase our traction a lot. And before that, before having better numbers, I will never spend money in advertising. That's why I just stop, pushing marketing until I get something that I know that it can work for a lot of people. Thank you. Bye.
So we have one startup left, guys. So I always ask this at the beginning of Refresh. This is super loud today for some reason. How many of you guys, is this your first Refresh? Please raise your hands. Wow. How many of you were brought here by a friend tonight? Alright, how many of you are going to bring a friend next time? This should be all of you. Come on, people. Anyway, so without further ado, our last startup, Wave Interactions. Are you guys ready to come up?
We are Wave Interactions, a software platform that enables real-time, massive multiplayer features to mobile games. And what do we mean by that? We can convert any game into one that can be played by thousands of users at the same time. Yes, you heard it right. Thousands of users playing the same game at the same time. Wave games are very easy to play. Here's an example. Open a game powered by Wave. In order to play, you can either enter an existing wave or create your own. Let's start a wave. Invite a few friends or invite them all. Take a photo. Wait while your friends and followers join your wave. Ready? Play. Hurry, time's up. Everyone that joined saw your picture. Did you win? Compare your scores and challenge your friends to a rematch. Pretty cool, huh? Wave is about opening games to endless possibilities of playing massively and in real time, creating new channels of communication between your friends and followers, and practically any game can be integrated to Wave's play mode. Our experience is that when games are connected to Wave, the engagement is bigger, the games are cooler, and the social integration is way higher. Try our demo games, Quiz Time Multi-Friends and Words Multi-Friends on the App Store, and contact us to be a part of the real wave of mobile gaming.
Thank you, and sorry for the technical difficulties. My name is Alan, and we are Wave Interactions. We're gonna do a demo of a wave. We're gonna project it on the screen, or we're gonna do it on an iPad instead. So my co-founder, David, is inviting all my friends and followers. He's taking a picture. And boom, off we go. Everyone that downloaded our game and follows me just received a push notification with an invitation to our wave. When we send an invitation to our wave, everyone's received a push notification, and there's a window of time for everyone to join the wave. You can also see on real time who's entering, and everyone starts the game simultaneously. Quiz Time is the game we developed to demonstrate the capabilities of our platform. But really, any game can be integrated to Wave. Just imagine a celebrity playing against all his followers. Any game, either from a stadium, from this house, from a concert. We're creating a layer of communication between the masses. We're going to give game developers an SDK to integrate with our API in order to convert their games into one that can be played by thousands at the same time. Our business model relies on charging these game developers a fee for our service and monetizing the games with advertising. Our vision is to take Wave's technology to a new level and revolutionize social media through the power of real-time, massive gaming interactions. Thanks.
So congratulations for trying to pull off a demo. When it works, it's great, and when it doesn't, it's not so great.
It actually worked. I think the problem was because we had a different idea.
So that's always tricky. It's always a tough one.
Still, I think it was kind of successful. I think 15 people great. You guys and friends outside.
I have to figure that out after this. So how many game developers are currently using your service?
Right now, we only develop games on our own, but developed by other people. So we've been buying templates from different sites, and it's worked so far. From different developers, we try with iOS, we try with Focus 2D, and the integration is pretty simple. Also, we have an external developer who wasn't involved in the development way, and it only took him like 4 or 5 hours, so it's pretty good.
And in terms of marketization, how do you know game developers are looking for ways to buy multiplayer integration versus building it themselves?
Yeah, we think it's really difficult for them to develop multiplayer games. The development time, the cost, we've seen startups and companies that do only the server side, only the template side. We are doing both. There's also a competition who works only but 1 versus 1, and they've been doing good. I think also our focus is more on social media and getting people closer, to the power of games. So I think it's not only for developers, but people will be asking for it. If your game is not integrated to Wave, then it's not for play.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How do you make money?
Yeah, we have 2 revenue streams. The first one, for all the games that connect to us, we show ads. On that 20-second window, which people are joining, we can show ads. So that's the first revenue. The other one is for the service itself. So we are saving money cost to developers, and for that we're charging a smart fee. It will be based on consumption, so our exchange will be paying much more. Will be paying much more than smaller games. Any other questions?
Any regressions?
No. Right now we only developed by ourselves 4 games. 2 of them are on the App Store. We've been basically testing the concept, and right now we are doing modifications to our SDK, and after that we'll for sure be looking for developers and of course for more users.
Let's quiet down just a little bit so we can make some sense there. Before we actually announce the winners, I should point out that these companies are some of the most polished companies that we have seen at Wavebread. We've been doing this for over 8 years, and we've seen the community as a whole evolve, and the companies themselves just becoming more and more polished, business-oriented, have an actual product, have customers and business mindset behind. So it's a good sign for the community as a whole. Every one of these companies that present today, if you look at the scores, they're ridiculously tight. It's just coming down to 1 or 2 points apiece. So we actually have one more prize that just came in from.
Ollie from Group Office Space.
Come on up so we can announce
So
these
he's
prizes.
graciously offered 3 months of office space to the winning company. He's going to tell you all about it.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, hope you're having a good time. Yes, I'm from Group Office Space. We're located at 1200 Brickell Avenue. We're a co-working space, a new co-working space in the area. We're focused on not so early stage companies, it's a more high-end place. We're giving away today to the first place 3 months of co-working space and also 8 hours of conference rooms. And I want to also add something else. Everybody who is showing up at this event will get 1 day of co-working space for free. If you show the ticket and show up to the place, it's 1200 Brickell Avenue. Anybody who is willing to try the requirements and take a look and also see if it's a good fit for you, you're welcome. So thank you very much. Have a good night. My name is Ali Trumpets, and the website is www.gos, that's Group Office Space GOS24.com. GOS24.com. Thank you.
Alright, so again, there's only 3 prizes or 10 companies pitching, although there's 70 companies submitted, so if you didn't get the top 3, it's not, I mean, you guys are awesome. So, here we go.
Alright, so we actually have another prize just up here this afternoon. Brian Berkeen from Kairos is going to tell us all about it.
Always late. I'm always late. Hey everybody, Brian Berkeen with Kairos. Real happy to be here. We are partnering with a big website called Product Hunt. It's like the gig for products for their Miami launch. So we are happy to have the winner tonight as one of the featured companies for the Miami launch of Product Hunt. And be able to do a demo at that launch and then the publicity and the Product Hunt kind of pub that comes along with that. So it should be really big for the winner, and thanks for having us.
So we ended up raising $1,200 as a prize pool from all your ticket sales and donations tonight. So that money is going to split amongst the top 3 teams. And
Even if you didn't win, some massage credits are coming your way too.
right. There's also the massage credits from Zeal, which will be going out to everyone who did not. Alright, cool. So without further ado,
I just want to remind all the teams that it was really tight, and winning competitions don't really mean anything. Congratulations to the ones that stayed with the state. Certainly, you can still knock it way out of the park, despite not taking the prize home today. So keep at it.
so drum roll please, guys. So, coming in third.
Some of you might notice that the weighting is actually backwards. The trophy people glued it on backwards.
So, next up, second place.
Wallet there. Efficiently developed some software that allows and again,
So, and for the first place, let's go with another drum roll please.
First place goes to Flip.
We'd like to thank everyone who came and presented. It wasn't easy to get in front of 400 people presenting an idea we've been working on for a while. Yeah, if the sponsors want to come up for a group photo, again, I just got off the phone with Will Call, which is a local bar, so they're going to go ahead and extend happy hour for you guys as long as you're there. So, Google that. Will Call, just down the street, happy hour. And we'll be sending out an email about the next month's meetup and our next couple of things coming up. Thank you for coming.